What's up everybody, this is Arazu, and in today's video I'm giving my top 10 classes for public matches. For me, these are the top 10 best guns in the game, and I am giving you my best class setups for each of these 10 guns. And number 1, well actually I'm not ranking these from 1 to 10, I just put them in any order because just like a little most popular is running. So for number 1, my one class setup is the M4A1, and I have the compensator stock M16 Grenadier Commando foregrip, the Cronin mini reflex, and no stock. On the M4, you must always must need the no stock. The no stock is just a essential thing you need on here. It will help balance everything else out. For the optic, you could run Cronin. I've seen people run the Viper, the mini reflex. I've seen a random selection of these, but for me, I run the Cronin just because I'm just most comfortable with it. For the barrel, to me, the best two are the Grenadier and the Corvus. I prefer the Grenadier just because it has better accuracy, range, and control over the Corvus, but you can always run the Corvus too, so you can have like a little bit more mobility to it. The compensator, you always need compensator in my opinion. Muzzle brake you can do too, but for me, compensator works a lot better than muzzle brake. Feels like on compensator I have a better control on the recoil. For the undergrip, I have two that I use. I have Commando foregrip and the Ranger foregrip. On the Ranger foregrip, I mainly use for the S&D, but I kind of stopped using it and just stuck with the Commando foregrip just because I just want to be more comfortable with the Commando foregrip. And then for the secondary, for me, this is the most OP pistol of all, the Renetti. And on the Renetti, you need the MK3 burst mod. This is a essential need. The burst mod is the most important thing on this gun that you need. Everything else does not matter, but always have this burst mod. And then I have the mono suppressor, the tax laser, 27 round mag, and the fully loaded. So then, because it has a low amount of ammo, I have the fully loaded, so I have a full clip just in case if I go on a nasty streak. And then the perks, lethal, tactical, doesn't matter. You can run whatever is better, like double time or overkill, doesn't matter. Then for my second class is the MP5. For the MP5, you can. This is my CDL class, but I also run in a pub just because I'm very comfortable with it. But you can also run other things, such as for the muzzle, you can always run mono suppressor, which is also a great deal on the MP5. And then on the barrel, the subatomic integral suppressor. This is also a amazing thing to use just because it has sound suppression, no visual traces, and does sight speed and no enemy skulls, which means you're pretty much just a ghost on the map. Like this works too. The sound has sound suppression and the bullet velocity, so the range and accuracy increases. But I don't run the barrel. I just run Merc foregrip, the 10 and 30 round mag, stippled, sleight of hand, and the F-Tac collapsible. This is my MP5 class. And then the secondary perks, like lethal and second tactical, all up to you. But for me, the Renetti is the best pistol in the game. That or the Deagle. My third class setup is the MP7. This thing is the most accurate gun for the submachine category, in my opinion. Okay, I have the FSS Recon, which has different range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. I have the Merc foregrip for the hip fire accuracy mainly, and the recoil control. Ammunition for 60 round mag, just because I don't want to reload in mid gunfights when I know I have 60 bullets and I could kill them, and even like 2-3 others, they keep coming in. I can just spray this thing and just hold down the trigger for 15 seconds. The rear grip for stapled grip tape and no stock, so I can have that mobility. As you can see on the stats on the gun, the mobility is up, so that helps out a lot. And then once again, the secondary perks, so on and so forth, are the same. Fourth class up, the FR 5.56. For me, I call it the FAMAS, but the FAMAS is a amazing burst weapon with FR sniper for the barrel, Commando foregrip, ammunition 60 round mag, stippled grip tape, and the FF-Tac wrap. The mobility on it does decrease, but it's barely noticeable in my opinion. But everything else is amazing. It's good long range, medium range. You're gonna get that one burst, and it's just satisfying just to kill them in that burst of 3 full bullets. Fifth class up is M13. For me, M13 is similar to M4, but just not much damage. It's accurate, and the fire rate is is so much better than the M4 that it's great just to run around and slay people. So I have the Tempest Marksman, Commander 4 grip. For this, I am gonna switch this up to the Stifled Grip Tape so I can have a faster mobility, no stock, and then the Solar Zero Optic Mini Reflex, just because I feel more comfortable with this optic. The Cronin doesn't really suit me as much as this. My personal opinion. Fuck. I have speech impediment just in case if I'm saying some things weird. My 6 is the Gra. The Gra is most likely the most accurate gun in the ARs in the assault rifle selections of all. I have the Tempest 26.4. You could run the Nexus, but for me, I run this just because the accuracy and range control is so much better than the Nexus. Then I have the Commander 4 grip. Hey Valentina, how's it going, buddy? That was my rabbit, I'm sorry. The ammunition 60 round mags, so I can just keep shooting, not have to worry about reloading if there's like 2 or 3 guys ahead of me, maybe 4. For the rear grip, I have the Void 2. For the aim down sight speed, you could run anything else, but for me, I always run something that's gonna give me a faster aim inside than no stock. For me, this gun reminds me of the AK-12 from, what Call of Duty was it? Wasn't Call of MW2. I don't know, it was an AK-12 or something like that. And it just reminds me of that just because of the iron sight and kind of like the shape of it. Number 7 is the Bison. The Bison is... The only reason I like this gun is just because it has the 84 round the mag and is pretty much an LMG just with the ammunition. The accuracy is great, but the damage could be a little bit better and the fire rate's not as... The fire rate, eh. But overall, the monolithic suppressor, barrel 8.7 steel, and then the Stifled grip, and the no stock. These two to help me with the mobility, and then these two to help me with range and accuracy control. And this gun slays. I'm telling you, it is slays. You can just hold down the trigger for 15 minutes, gunning the whole team down. You can get a 5-man easily, easy as pie. And number 8 is the AUG. And I have the 622mm long barrel. You could run something else, maybe like this, I would say. So then the mobility is up and has a faster kind of aim in. But I just run the 622 long barrel so I can have that range, accuracy, and control a lot better. Then I have the Commander 4 grip. And then I choose the 30 round mag just because these two are the same with the range and damage, since it has damage and range. But this one just has more bullets to it, but I just shoot the 30 round mag. So my mobility does not go down like a huge amount, where it's like similar to an LMG where you can barely really sprint as fast as any other gun. So that's, I have Stifled grip and the CQB comb for, of course, mobility. Very simple. Actually, now I'm gonna switch these two. I'm gonna choose this so my mobility is up, like up. Because since it's an SMG, you're gonna be running and gunning with this thing. So I'm gonna choose this. Gonna stick with it. The 407 extended barrel. I'm gonna keep it like that for sure. The next one, number 9, is the P90. The P90 out the monolithic suppressor, force tack distribution. You could run this. I mean, the only difference is the recoil control. Fuck's sake. And then I have run tack laser, Stifled grip tape, and then the aim down sight speed. You could run this. Actually, hold on. Let's run the flight trap. I'm gonna test the flight trap, and if I make any adjustments, I'm gonna edit in the description that I did keep stock for the CQB comb force stack. But I'm gonna try flight trap. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. And then for my last gun, it is the Kilo 141. For me, is similar to the M13, but M13 is better than the Kilo in my opinion, but others might say otherwise. For me, I have the Singard Arms 19.8 Prowler. I have Commander 4 grip, 50 round mag. I did have the 60, but it brought down my mobility, and I didn't want that. The Stifled grip tape for aim down sight speed. You always need aim down sight speed to be increasing because in this game, like aim down sight is super slow for all guns, so you're gonna need those kind of improvements so you can just have better mobility, aim down sight speed, and everything else movement speed. Then for the well, of course, no side movement speed and sight speed. It's gonna be the same for all of my ARs just because I'm just used to it, such as the M4. Well, that is all. That is my top 10 class setups in this game. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe because I want to reach my goal to 20 and then I want to hit it to 40, 60, then 80, then 100, past 100, and keep making goals until I hit hopefully the 500, then 1,000 mark because I want to catch up to my friends. I look up to 2 YouTubers because they grind every single day. So, goodbye. I love you and have a great day and be safe out in the quarantine world.